Sanlam Investments is the asset management arm of the Sanlam Group. At some point, we realized that our role extends beyond just delivering on financial returns for our clients. The responsibility to ensure that we're doing the things that make for a more sustainable world. Our journey into the space really started, I'd say, 5 years ago, when we got into a partnership with the Dutch Development Bank and started a business with them called Climate Fund Managers, which is really a business that we set up explicitly with the intention of investing capital in a way that mitigates climate risk. We acknowledged that to be a truly purpose-led asset manager, we had to change the way we do everything as far as the products and services that we offer to our clients. We decided that it's quite a monumental task for us to embark on our own. So we engaged in a partnership with Rebecca Asset Managers, who are one of the biggest and most well-known asset managers in the world from a sustainability perspective. And that partnership is there really to help us advance our agendas from a sustainability perspective. And then within our alternatives business, specifically our private markets business, this is really the area where you have the opportunity to make a real impact, because you are deploying capital into real assets, and real assets often solve a lot of the real problems and the challenges that we're facing here in South Africa. In the case of the SME Debt Fund, very much with the objective to providing debt financing into SMEs that needed to get themselves through COVID and be sustainable at the end of COVID and be able to continue to grow, continue to employ more people, continue to create jobs. That fund was very successful. We raised, a lot of money from our clients alongside Sanlam's commitment. It's been deploying money into SMEs and, well on the path to creating, I think up to date about 1,500 jobs. And overall, our intent would be, over the next 4 or 5 years to create about 80,000 jobs across what we're doing in the private markets business. We're running high unemployment rates in South Africa. One of the ways in which we can address this is to get SMEs more sustainable, more successful, help them to create more jobs, reduce the unemployment through that, and feed into a more sustainable economy for South Africa. The mid-market private equity fund really focuses on providing equity financing into mid-sized companies. And I think the nice thing for me there is we see that, in the companies that we have invested in there, we are seeing the benefit of those companies either opening more stores, employing more people, creating more job opportunities. The great thing is you're seeing job creation, you're seeing gender diversity coming through. These are all of the things that the SDGs are promoting for us to have a more sustainable economy. Inside Climate Fund Managers, we've got 2 funds there. We've got the Clean Energy Fund, where we raised predominantly from European investors around $900 million to be deployed into clean energy projects in Latin America, Asia and Africa. We're well underway in deploying capital there, and we're currently in the process of fundraising the Water, Sanitation and Oceans Fund, which just now in early 2022 achieved its first close of $675 million. And that fund will really direct capital into projects from marine ecosystems all the way to wastewater treatment, desalination, anything that helps, with water sustainability in emerging markets as well. From a just transition perspective, most people here in South Africa, they would argue, well, our focus should be a lot more on social challenges. The reality is, I don't think you can separate the two. Climate change is a social problem. The continent that's going to be hardest hit by the effects of climate change with social problems is actually Africa. Food shortages, water shortages, droughts, all of those things are going to feed into more and more social challenges. So you simply can't switch off fossil fuels and fossil fuel-led energy systems overnight and move to clean energy systems. And this is really what the just transition is really about, is to understand how do you move from these economies which are so dependent on fossil fuels, but where job creation and preservation is so important, and move in a responsible manner to a cleaner energy economy or green economy, while not compromising, the jobs, the job creation, the job preservation, and end up in a better place holistically, one from an energy perspective, but also two from a social perspective. It must be an economy that's socially inclusive. In terms of our purpose and what we're trying to achieve, we want a more sustainable world. We're mitigating climate risk, we're solving social issues, we're addressing education, gender equality, governance issues. all of those things make for a more sustainable world. And when we talk about sustainability, it's the umbrella that covers all of that.